Hello, Quicksilver.
Hi. Quicksilver?
I don't know. It just popped into my head.
All right, then. Where the fuck did that even come from?
I don't know.
All
Do I have
right.
to have a fucking answer?
No, you're good. So just before we started recording, probably like 5 minutes before we started recording, I was looking through my phone and I saw something that made me laugh. You remember that Black Hammer group, Black Hammer organization?
Yeah, Fatty joined it.
Yeah. So they put out a tweet today, I guess, that said, I'll just read it. You heard it here first. The Black Hammer organization and the Proud Boys are forming a coalition to defeat the disgusting pedo-loving welfare economy Democrats and their puppet master, Big Pharma, who has been poisoning all of us for too long. So
I'm on team Black Hammer now.
Black Hammer and the Proud Boys are getting together. It's so hilarious.
So Proud Boys were like the Antifa stuff, right?
They were the ones that were fighting the Antifa guys. Yeah. I think it started out as like a joke and then it morphed into something else.
No, Antifa and Proud Boys. I'm so confused. I thought they both hated racists.
I mean, I get, yeah, but Antifa goes and fights the Proud Boys go and fight Antifa.
So Antifa hates racists.
Yes.
And Proud Boys fights Antifa.
Yes.
Therefore, Proud Boy is pro-racist.
Sure. Yeah, probably. I think apparently their leader or whatever is black. The Proud Boys has a black guy but then I read an article somewhere that's saying that he was an FBI informant or something. It's all so confusing. I don't know what the hell to think. I read an article saying that he was an FBI informant and then that kind of went away and everybody just stopped talking about it and everybody was like, nobody cared that he was an FBI and it was weird.
So where does the white screwdrivers fit into this?
We're still buying our own land, aren't we? Aren't we buying our own land to start the white screwdrivers to combat the black hammers? That was us. The white screwdrivers was us. Did you forget that?
No, I just wanted to know where we're at in all this. Who are we? Are we with the Proud Boys? And
we are white screwdrivers to be used by black hammers against the Proud Boys. Wait, does that make any sense? I don't fucking know.
No.
We're one of many tools to be used against something.
Okay, are we for racism or against racism?
How about you're for it, I'm against it? just for fun, you know?
Okay, just so I'm clear, I'm for racism and I'm against joining podcast networks, right?
Yes, and I'm all about podcast networks, and I think racism is bad.
There's no reason why we can't be successful if we keep this attitude.
Exactly. I think that we are the first podcast to be like 50% on a network, right? only one of the hosts is on the network. Don't you think the idea of podcast networks is in theory, it's a good idea, right? It's just in practice that it's fucked up.
No, I think that it can be a good thing if it's done correctly, like Gas Digital. I think if you have a huge audience, or like the official podcast,
yeah,
if they were to want to try to create a podcast network, they could do it, and they have enough of a following that there would be reason to join the network.
Sure,
and you could parlay that into money or something. But for like a podcast of our size, it doesn't necessarily make sense.
So not even our size, but doesn't it isn't the main draw of podcast networks like they help you with advertising? They kind of run the advertising and you just, run the ads on your show.
Okay. Do you remember when we were, what was it? The Poop Culture Network, when we were part of that?
Yes.
Okay. So what that was the brainchild behind that, if I recall. I'm gonna throw allegedly in there now because I'm sure something in there is going to be a lie. So what he did is he would take your RSS feed. Like when we joined it, we gave him permission to reroute our RSS feed or whatever.
Sure.
So whatever, 10, 12 shows, whatever it was, he funneled all that in through his website, and then that was what he had to show advertisers. So if every show had 1,000 listeners and he had 10 shows, he would show them that he had 10,000 access to 10,000 listeners.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And then he would run ads and ask us to run ads, and we weren't going to get any money, which is why we were only on that network for one show.
But on his end, that's genius, right?
Yeah, fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Because a big part of podcasting, it's like the same formula for everybody. Everybody does the same fucking thing, and we did as well.
Yeah.
So you're 5 episodes in, then you start looking for advertisers. You may have 18 fucking people, but you know that your podcast made it when you can provide a promo code to your listener.
Right.
And then you do merch.
You get 10% off a bidet and you made it.
and then you do merch. So then you have you set up a Teespring account and you sell a shirt for $27 and you get $2 out of it. But God damn it.
So podcasting is the best thing that ever happened to Teespring. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. But it's the same thing. And everybody's all protective of their fucking numbers. And there's like no good. Dave, the producer, him and I used to talk years ago quite a bit about podcasting.
Sure.
And I knew where his numbers were, allegedly, but he always made a good point. There's no reason to tell anybody what your numbers is, because there's no good that can come from it. Either, like if you're talking about another podcaster, that's the other thing. You never want to talk about your podcast numbers on an episode, as we're doing right now, because it's all bad no matter what. It's either a listener that doesn't give a shit and just wants to hear you talk about something other than your podcast numbers.
Sure.
It's another podcaster who has less listeners than you and they're going to be jealous. Or it's another podcaster that has more listeners of you and think, why the fuck are you bragging about that?
So it's like 3 good things. Let's just do a whole episode about our numbers. Let's just break down our numbers for an hour.
Like, okay, let's say 3 months in.
Yeah.
If you would have told me then, like, okay, 5 years from now, here's what you're going to be getting for daily downloads.
Yeah.
If you suck my dick.
But how's our Teespring account doing?
No, but what I'm saying is, if Kaya was to jump on his show and see what how many downloads they're getting, and if they were getting what we're getting right now, they would all quit. Like, I'm not doing it for this shit.
I'm not getting out of bed for that many people. Oh shit. Huh. Interesting. Is it weird to you that I don't still, after all this time, that I don't really, it's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't really care that much about the numbers. Cause I know you're all about the numbers and you know what I mean?
No, it's cause you have a small, smooth brain. So
Is that what it is?
Yeah. In your head, all of our listeners are on YouTube. That's all you know. Cause anytime we've talked about, like, okay, well, we got a strike on YouTube, so it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
You're like, well, fuck, then what are we going to do? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's just a fraction of our listeners. And every time you say the same thing. Oh yeah, that's right. Am I lying?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Most of our listeners are on YouTube, aren't they?
All right. When you start talking stupid, it's time to move on.
Oh, come on. So were you being serious, or do you really not know the Proud Boys like at all? I don't know that we've ever talked about the Proud Boys.
Yes, we have. Are they the milkshake throwers?
No, I think that's Antifa.
Oh, it's the same fucking thing. All right. Antifa versus Proud Boys. Proud Boys is such a stupid fucking name for a group.
It really is. I think the whole group is stupid.
Who are Antifa and the Proud Boys? Clashes in Portland, Oregon between far-left Antifa activists and the Proud Boys, a far-right group.
I don't know
Okay.
that they are far right though.
Well, it would make sense if they're trying to take down the big pharma Democrats.
Right.
Antifa is shorthand for anti-fascists. Proud Boys is short for Proud Men.
Short, proud men. That's pretty funny.
All right. Anthony, we need to do a shift. We need to have a paradigm shift in this show.
All right.
All right. I am tired of this world. I'm
Okay.
tired of the news, and I'm tired of. Is it possible to hate everybody?
Yeah. It's yeah. If
No,
you're paying, if you're paying attention, it's likely.
I hate the people. The insurgents who tried taking over the Capitol, and I hate the people who say that the people that broke down the barriers were trying to take over the Capitol.
And I'll even do you one better. I hate the people in the Capitol too, in the Capitol Police and the people filming and the birds flying in the sky. I hate all of it.
So how do we continue to find things to discuss if we don't want to discuss anything that's going on?
So I've been thinking about that.
And we don't want to do articles.
So the only way to do it is to take the things that we don't want to discuss and discuss them, but like in a lighter, like we don't get serious about it. You know what I mean? But I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to not get serious about anything. I'm all serious all the time.
So one of my biggest issues with this show is, like, I know that I've looked up Antifa and fascist and Proud Boy and communism and conceptualism and all the other isms time and time again, but I just don't give a fuck enough to try to remember. Like, I don't want to take up my brain space for fucking milkshake shit.
Why?
Because I'm limited. I'm running low on capacity.
But it's important. If it's funny, milkshake. See, that's funny. Milkshake. To reduce everything that's happening down to milkshake shit is funny to me. That's why I like doing this show, is because of things like that. The idea that you can reduce all of this down to milkshake shit is hilarious to me. So just do that. Do more of that.
So I get here recently, like the last 2 years.
Yes.
I have really gotten into my own head about, as we're talking about something, like, fuck, I know we've talked about this.
Sure.
Nobody wants to hear us talk about this again.
Sure.
Nobody wants to listen to me look up what Proud Boys are again, even though I don't know what they are.
Sure.
Like, you know, I make fun of you for having a goldfish brain.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember if I've even called you that on the show. How's that?
So I think that is something that you need to, I don't know how, but stop, because it when you get in your head and say, I don't think people want to hear me talk about this, of course, the next step is moving on. And if it's constantly moving on, then we're really we're not talking about anything. We're just constantly moving on from the last thing.
Right.
So don't.
So, okay.
So stop.
So let's move on.
Okay. Got it. You have to be okay with just talking and having a conversation and not giving a shit if people are interested. We never gave a fuck if they were interested before.
How can you say that I'm not supposed to give a shit if people want to listen to it when this is how I want to quit my fucking job?
So once you've got that in your head, you've ruined it. You go back to when you didn't want to quit your job then. I mean, you've always wanted to quit your job, I think. But that's my point, is that we can't have the conversations that we had if you're constantly in the state of, well, people don't want to hear this. What do they want to hear? What do they want to hear? You're chasing what what you think the audience wants to hear.
Right.
So stop.
No, I'm chasing the dragon. That's what heroin users say, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to.
Maybe you should try heroin. You think that would help? So what's the answer? So what you're saying is we're getting burnt out, right?
Okay, no shtick.
All right.
Right. I'm not getting burnt out. I worry that people are getting burnt out on us.
Okay. Is there any evidence to that, or you
No.
just right? So so again, stop it. So this is all in your head.
No, I said no fucking shtick, asshole. I wanted to have a real conversation.
That's my response in a real. I'm trying to make you understand. I don't want to tell you. I want you to come to the realization that this is all in your head.
But it's not only in my head. Right before we hit record, you and I were having a similar conversation. It's just much abbreviated. So it's in your head too.
Because you put it there.
It was before we. Right
Okay,
now.
So
How's this? The only thing keeping me going right now is the fact that I know people signed up for an annual subscription on Patreon. That's
Jesus
the only
Christ.
thing that's keeping me going.
so,
I do not want to refund that money because it's already spent.
So if you really, really want the show to keep going, sign up for the annual. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. So what do? We have identified the problem.
Hold on. What was the problem?
You're getting in your head thinking about
No, we're getting in our heads.
about what the audience wants, and we are worried that I'm not.
Don't
all that
be
worried.
a fucking sarcastic prick bitch about it.
I'm not. I'm telling you that something that we've talked about before. It bothers you to even mention it ever again.
Us. It bothers us.
It bothers Who's Right Podcast LLC to ever mention it again. There has to be a way for you to get over that.
No, I don't want to get over that. I want to quit repeating shit. Like, you're okay with having the same conversation week after week after week because you forget.
Yeah,
I have it in my head like, no, wait, fuck, we've already talked about this. And then I start thinking about that. I can't stop myself from thinking about it. I've listened to podcasts where they start repeating shit and I'm like yelling at my Walkman.
Maybe that's the problem. Let's address one issue at a time here.
How exactly are you getting your podcast, Doug?
Well, I download them and then put them onto cassette tape to listen to. Oh my God. All right. So everything's going to hell. And it's all sort of similar. How do we avoid talking about the same thing?
We need more school shootings.
Then for one, that'll get us through 1 week. Okay. Then what about the next week?
Oh, like another Challenger explosion or something?
Would it help if either one of us were just a bit smarter?
Yes, 100%. Like I was excited when we started dabbling in conspiracy theories.
I still am. But I think that might be part of the problem too, is I'm still excited about that, but you're over it already.
Well, I'm over it because we've done it 2 weeks on the show.
Right.
And you
Right.
come with the dumbest, you're not even coming with conspiracy theories. It's just something that's like fact. Like, did you know that they're pumping our drinking water through pipes in the underground?
No.
Yes, I knew that.
No. So we've done it twice, and and in your mind it's played out because we've done it 100 times.
No, it's not that the concept is played out, is that you didn't get the concept. Like, I wanted to talk about like Operation Garden Plot or Operation Paperclip or something like that with a cool name.
I don't know what either one of those is.
Right. But you come with conspiracies like that the sugar-free Twinkies aren't truly sugar-free.
It's a conspiracy, right?
Do you remember what last week's conspiracy was?
Yeah, it was stupid. And I told you it was stupid before we started.
Then why did you come with it? Like as soon as you went down the...
It had nothing else. What do you mean?
There's billions of conspiracy, like Operation Paperclip. Let's talk about that on Wednesday.
Oh my God. Okay. What's Operation Paperclip?
I'm
Why don't
looking
we just
it up.
talk about it now?
I'm looking it up. Because I don't. You're supposed to be the one bringing the information. Operation Paperclip was a secret United States intelligence program in which more than 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and technicians were taken from former Nazi Germany to the U.S. for government employment after the end of World War II.
What's the conspiracy that happened?
Operation Paperclip. It was secret. You didn't know it.
It was secret.
It was secret at the time.
Well, I think we should figure out how we can tie every conspiracy back to JFK.
So I think it's, I can't remember if it's fucking Twitter, TikTok, or whatever, but they're going to start banning people who suggest that you can spread COVID if you've been vaccinated.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Awesome. Because of science or what?
I'm not very good at keeping up on what's real and what's fake news or whatever.
Sure.
I just thought it was like fact. Like, yeah, everybody knows that you can still spread COVID if you've had the vaccine.
Right.
And another fucking thing. Like, it shouldn't even be called a vaccine, right? Because like if vaccines eradicate the illness, vaccines don't minimize the symptoms.
So
I don't want to make this into vaccine talk, but am I right in what I said? Or am I wrong?
You were right, but they have changed the definition of vaccine. Like,
and another fucking thing. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to look up because I had that floating around my fucking head. Mm-hmm. What is a vaccine? What is a vaccine? Vaccine is a biological preparation that provides active acquired immunity to a particular infectious disease. A vaccine typically contains an agent that resembles a disease-causing microorganism and is often made from weakened or killed forms of the microbe, its toxins, or one of its surface proteins. Right, but that's not what this is.
Right. Yeah, that's not it. The first part is what this is, right? Supposedly.
A vaccine is a biological preparation that provides active acquired immunity. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't give you immunity.
No, you're right. Well, they say it does.
No, but they don't. I mean, they acknowledge that you can still spread it if you've been vaccinated.
So, okay. Isn't that the biggest conspiracy theory going right now then? Why are they pushing the vaccine so hard?
Okay. I'm going to bust this wide open. Here's what I think. Mm-hmm. And this is completely off the cuff, so I've done no scientific research.
I don't believe that for a minute.
Here's what I think.
All right.
I think that they went in on this so hard to try to win the election, and now they're just doubling and tripling down on it.
Yeah. And do you think it's that simple?
And also, Pfizer is making a fuck ton of money.
So I think it's a little more sinister than that, but that's just the way my mind works.
Okay, please enlighten me, because I know it has to be more than just, I'm not telling them I was wrong.
You would hope not. I think there's part of that, right? But I also think that it was such a disaster, and the results from the trial, which is just giving the vaccine to people, have been so bad that they want to eliminate the control group. They want to have the non-vaccine class to be so small that anything bad that happens from the vaccine, it's not even provable. You can't prove that it happened from the vaccine because there are no people who didn't have the vaccine.
Okay, so any real cool conspiracy has a cool name, like Operation Garden Plot.
Okay.
So what is the code name for this operation? And it can't have anything to do with a syringe, because I know that's where you're going.
No,
it can't be Operation Mask Mandate, because that would be too transparent.
too on the nose. Operation on the nose.
See, nobody could. If you were sneaking through headquarters with your black suit and flashlight, and you shined a flashlight on like Operation on the Nose, you would think it's good. That's not it. That's too on the
surgery.
nose.
It's too on the nose. I like it.
Operation not on the nose, because that's like a nod towards your masks or something.
Yeah, or something. Oh my god. So what if there's so many what ifs. What if the vaccine causes sterilization and now everybody's just sterilized except for, okay, what I'm trying to get at is how much is my sperm going to be worth in the future?
Oh, yeah. I don't think that even if there's a mass shortage of sperm, that there's going to be any ladies looking for any little Anthony's running around.
$10,000 and I'll come on your face. Come on. Come on.
Like, do you think that if they're shopping through the sperm catalog or whatever, and you're just standing there in your boxers with your hands on your hips, that somebody's going to choose you?
There's got to be something for scale so they realize how short I am, and something for width so they realize how wide I am.
Okay, there'll be a banana in the picture with you.
Just me holding a banana. That's a cool guy. I'll take him.
I'll take a gallon of that, please.
No, I don't think I stand a chance if it's just a catalog. They'd have to get to know me, you know.
You think that would fucking help?
6 to 8 years. No, I grow on you like a fungus. And then you feel sorry for me and you're like, fuck it, fine, throw one in me, God. So if you're looking to have a kid, you better start now.
I need to give you some feedback, by the way. Unrelated to vaccines and everything,
Okay.
but
All right, what do you got?
I think that you're headed down a bad path as far as our audience is concerned.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to read you a message that I got from a gentleman named Rumsky.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
What shoe size are you, Doug? 13s. Why do you ask? I might send you some shoes, you Skechers wearing fuck.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry for saying fuck.
All right.
I said no. He said wide foot, and I said no. He said, will a shoebox fit in your P.O. box? I said, yes, it will. He said, all right, the shoes are for you. Take the box and put your Skechers in there and mail them to Anthony. Then later, a couple days later, he wrote, hey, Doug, just a heads up that the shoes have been mailed to the P.O. box. Review them or not, I don't care. Hopefully you like them. Your show entertains me even when it's complete ass. I'm not giving Anthony anything because he doesn't respond to my messages on Twitter. That's what I wanted you to hear.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to read the rest, but what you need to start appreciating and engaging with our listeners.
Nah.
And not ignoring them.
Nah.
Okay.
Why would I do that?
What?
Why would I do that?
Why would you engage with people like what?
No, you're trying to convince me to change.
You get free shoes.
I can afford regular shoes that I buy myself. You get free shoes. We've been through this. I don't like people.
No, but you also don't like that I get all this shit in the P.O. box and you get nothing.
Yeah. I can not like two things.
But they're related.
I don't relate to people, right? You're an outgoing type A personality.
Right.
or just a suck up, whatever you want to call it. You bask in the attention that people give you. I cringe at the attention that people give me. Just leave me alone. That's how I feel.
No, you're see, that's another fucking thing is that our days of having real conversations are behind us.
Boop.
Now you've tried to create this persona of yourself, persona non grata, or whatever the fuck it is.
Right. No grass for me.
Hold the grass. And you just keep fucking going like shtick after shtick.
What are you talking about?
That you cringe when you get any type of that. When we talk off the show when we're not recording,
Yeah.
I said, hey, check this out. And you're like, oh, that's fucking cool. You don't recoil and cringe.
No, it is cool when somebody sends you a message about how they love the show. And then you send it to me. I like that.
Okay, then get off social media altogether. Like, remove your name, change your name, go anonymous.
Why?
No, so then there'll be no affiliation to the show
Why?
because you don't want the attention.
So, how long ago was it that you were bitching that I didn't have the show and my name in the show and I wasn't and now you're going completely other way?
Yes, I would rather you not have a social media presence at all than to have one and then ignore the people that take the time to reach out to you.
I don't ignore them.
Like you are so fucking special that you can't take 3 minutes out of your day to respond with LOL or size 13 or
and that's the problem. When somebody sends you something asking you a question or telling and I have literally no reply and I reply with LOL. That's more of a douche thing to do.
that's why you just hit the little heart button.
Right, that's gay.
No, it's not gay. It's much easier than coming up with anytime somebody sends me something like, hey man, love the show. Hey, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. And I'm going to stop saying we appreciate it. I'm going to start saying I appreciate it. If you want Anthony's appreciation, you can fucking get it from him. I'm done speaking for his ass. I appreciate it. Anthony sends LOL.
It's not about appreciation. It's about I'm not a people person. I don't relate to people. Having conversations with people that I don't know is I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
Well, you're in the wrong business.
No, I'm having a conversation with you. I know you. I'm in the right business.
We're going to take this show on the road. Do you understand?
Oh, boy.
All right. This is going to be our full-time gig.
Uh-huh.
We're going to go from city to city. We're going to set up a tent out in the fucking park or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to invite people to come watch us talk.
Okay.
In a tent, like a big top with elephants and clowns and shit.
Okay. You be the elephant, I'll be the clown. That sounds perfect.
Could we do like Who's Right Circus?
Yeah.
Like we get a train?
Can I bounce a ball on your nose?
I hope you fall off the trapeze, you fat fuck.
See how many Who's Right listeners we can get in a clown car.
All of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can we get rid of the Navy thing now, by the way?
Why?
Don't you think it's time to change things up?
We did. We changed it to Union. Should we change it back to Navy?
Oh, I forgot.
Our Patreon is all Union crap now. What's the next one? What's the next one we should change it to?
The circus.
All right. The Who's Right Circus. I'm in. Wouldn't it be better to do the Who's Right Carnival? Doesn't that suit us more than circus?
I don't like it.
No?
I'm scrapping that idea. We got to come up with something better, but we need to change it.
Okay. Why?
Because I'm bored with it.
Whatever the next idea is, you're bored with that too. So it's hard for me to keep up with you sometimes. Why are you bored? Do you think the idea is funny that we have a union?
No, because we don't utilize it.
So that
no. Hold on. When it was the Who's Right Navy, we referenced it all the time because we could constantly make it fit in.
Right.
The Who's Right Navy Union, which is what we currently are, we don't even acknowledge it because it's not funny. It's not cohesive to our environment. It's not inclusive. There's not enough diversity.
So then you want to go back to the Navy?
No, I want something new and improved. Like the
what?
new and improved Who's Right Navy Union.
Let's just call it that.
Yeah, I just named it. We don't have to do anything except put new and improved on something.
I still want to start a band. Can we start a Who's Right band?
We did.
Oh, I forgot. Were we any good?
Well, we weren't in it, but we had people that played for us, remember?
Oh my gosh.
All right. Now, I want to make sure we're not going to run out of time. Oh, we're good. I want to talk about a couple of articles that we got sent.
Okay.
This one Kaya sent over, and I thought it was really funny.
All right.
It's the first one on the list. Black couple sue real estate agency after their Bay Area home was valued at $995,000, but $1.42 million when they removed all photos and asked White Friend to pose as its owner for viewing with second expert. So, long story short, this couple bought a house in 2016 for $900,000.
Yes.
Okay, and then they went to sell it. They did $400,000 in renovations. And then they went to sell it, and then the value only went up to $995,000. So they got some white people to come in and put white people pictures up and get rid of all the tiger print and grape Kool-Aid or whatever the fuck was in the house.
White furniture.
Plastic over the furniture.
You know they had white furniture.
And then it got reevaluated at $1.4 million. So it went up like $500,000 just by removing the black from it.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
How fucking cool is that? Okay. So there's always the like published story and the actual story. Do you think this is what actually happened?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You think they just took down some pictures of their relatives and put up pictures of some white relatives and then $500,000?
Anthony, I want you to just pretend. Here's the key, okay?
All right.
And I think this is the key to our show being continuing.
Okay.
You have to forget that there's people listening to us. It's just got to be you and me
Wait a
talking.
minute.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
So I need what's in your heart. Got it?
Okay, got it.
Let's say you're going on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And you're looking for a new couch.
Yep.
Or you're going to buy a used couch. No. A used mattress.
Okay. Even better.
Okay. So as I'm telling you this, you need to get in the headspace of somebody who is down on his luck.
Uh-huh.
You only have X amount of dollars,
Uh-huh.
and you are going to buy a used mattress for you and your wife to consummate your marriage on.
Okay.
It's the details that matter. Okay.
Of course.
All right. So what size mattress do you guys want? A king size?
King size.
Okay. Pillow top?
Yes.
What's your sleep number?
17.
Okay. So there's two Craigslist ads, and oddly enough, they're in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, they're in the same neighborhood, but one's on one side of the tracks and the other one's on the other side of the tracks.
You which side of the tracks are we talking about?
Okay. So you message them both and make sure they're both available. They're both king size pillow top sleep number 17 mattresses. Okay. And they're both $100. Mm-hmm. All right. You go to the first one.
Yeah.
No, they both bring them out to the curb at the same time
Okay.
because they both think that you're coming to buy it.
Sure.
Okay. Long story short, one of them owned by a black guy, one of them's owned by a white guy. They're both the same price.
Uh-huh.
They both have the same wear and tear.
Uh-huh.
Which one would you buy? Be honest.
If I'm being honest, it depends on if it's like a white trash white guy or like a regular white guy.
They're both the same level of whatever, wherever you need it to be to make both of them equal. So if it's a,
okay, so I can give you two answers then. So that if they're both like trash, if it's a white trash guy and a ghetto guy,
they're both as clean as you, whatever that means.
So they're both white trash.
Just
I'm
say
going,
it. Say it.
I'm going with the white guy.
Right. Okay. Do you know why that is?
Because I don't want to bet that somebody was smoking crack on.
I was just going to say because black people are gross, but that's fine too. Okay, here's what I don't understand, because I would too. Like, I would pay $500 for the white one, and then like maybe $200 for the black one, and then try to sell that for $250 or something.
Okay.
But I've already said it. I think black people are inherently cleaner than white people.
Uh-huh. Which I think is a stupid thing to say, but I don't agree with you at all on that point. But
I don't care if you agree with me. Everybody that one, you've never been in the black person's house, and two, every time that I ask a caller who's been in a black person's house, they all agree with me. So it's fact. Like I don't care what you think. It's you've never even, you only have worked with a couple black people in your life. Like I have a black uncle. You didn't know that, did you?
No, nope. I sure did not.
I think I've talked about it on the show, but yeah, I have a black uncle. So that almost makes me an expert. And I've been in his house.
Did he ever touch you?
No.
Inappropriate. No.
I wouldn't be able to sit down. He was like right from Africa.
Does that make his cock bigger? Right from Africa. That means he's got a huge cock.
Have you ever seen an African with a small dick? Thank you. I rest my case.
I haven't. You're right. Huh. I wonder if it's something in the water. What is it about America that shrinks your dick?
Anyway.
So it's okay. So is there a correlation between melanin and dick size? Is that like maybe that's a thing?
Okay. Do you think that there is a correlation between being black and having a bigger dick? Or is it that only the black people with big dicks go into porn?
No, I think they have bigger dicks, don't they? That's what I mean. That's the myth. It would have to be a myth for a reason, right? It can't just be like,
no,
just some black guy said, "Hey, we got bigger dicks. Tell your friend." And it just started like a game of telephone or whatever.
Do black people have bigger penises? Google don't understand.
Pussy. You can type in dick. You can type that.
Bigger penises than Anthony. Do black men have bigger penis than white men? Nope.
Oh, that's all it says? Nope. That's biased. It's biased information.
Okay, anyway, back to the fucking house story.
Oh, yeah.
You were suggesting that maybe there was something else that should have been written or that they skipped over something. And I think that I proved that what they're saying actually happened, because you wouldn't buy a clean white or a clean black person's mattress over a dirty white person's mattress.
I think that sounds like revisionist history to me.
I'm so tired of you saying that all the time.
Yeah?
Like, yeah.
Oh, all right.
I mean, it doesn't make it any more or less true. I'm just saying I'm tired of you saying it. It's like you just keep repeating the same thing every episode.
No. So, okay. If you're evaluating the value of a house, and I'm evaluating the value of a house, don't you think that we would come up with different I mean, it's all subjective, right?
No.
What? Then how do they objectively determine the value of a house then?
Okay. So there's a formula.
Okay. The number of blacks by the square foot or something?
Number of African wall mountings or whatever, the wood carvings. No, so I'm not saying that every person that evaluates a house, like if they come evaluate your house and then I send somebody else, that they're going to come up with the exact same dollar amount.
Sure.
But a 40% disparity, yeah, I would suggest that there's something to that. So
what if there's a 40% Jesus Christ, 40% disparity, and there's no black people involved. I mean, those things.
Yeah, but that's not the story.
Right. That's not the story, but it just as easily could be the story. You're taking one story, not you, but people take one story and they attribute all the racism to all of this all the time.
No,
Like,
see, you're doing it again. I want you to focus on what we're talking. One,
Jesus Christ.
you started off by saying that you wouldn't even touch a black person's mattress, even if it was just to throw it away.
I'm not throwing that away. Right. Yeah. Why should I throw it away? You throw it away.
So, okay, back when I was a drunk, I this whole story I'm getting flooded with memories of something that I did that was really stupid.
Oh boy.
And then as more details are coming to me, I'm trying to think like who could possibly be listening to a bonus episode that this is going to come back and haunt me because there was supposed to be a court date and I may have left the state.
No. Nah, you're good.
I don't know what the statute of limitations is on burning somebody else's property to the ground, but
It's like 6 months. You're fine.
we're going to assume that the time has passed or just assume that this is fake, whatever. I don't care. So I was living in a rental in a state that doesn't matter. I'm going to try to make it harder for people to track me down and get me in trouble. Okay. So anyway, I was living in a house and we had a pool table in the garage.
Yeah.
And I decided in one of my drunken deals.
Yeah.
So we had bought a new mattress, and to get rid of the old mattress, I was going to burn it.
Oh, Jesus.
So I drug it out by the garage, and we had a fire. We were drinking and had some people over, whatever.
Yeah.
So I burnt the mattress, and then the house, the party or whatever, ended up going into the house, and then we came back out, and in my drunken haze, I decided to have me and some friends drag our pool table out and burn that. And then we were going to play pool.
Jesus Christ. While it was burning?
Yes.
Awesome.
So long story short, like it gets real fuzzy after that.
Uh-huh.
But I woke up in the morning and I'm like sitting there in like that fog of when you're really drunk the night before, everything just kind of slowly creeps into your head as you're opening your eyes, and like you start getting a little more details. And I'm like, I think I remember playing pool on a flaming pool table.
Was that a dream?
So I go out and what was left of the pool table was still sitting there, like the slats.
Oh God.
And springs and shit from the mattress. Like in my mind, that was all going to be gone. I wouldn't have to clean anything up. But I didn't plan on the fire getting as big as it must have gotten because it melted the siding on the garage.
Jesus Christ.
So he was pissed. Like
yeah.
And he also lived next door to me. So
Jesus. So why would you rent a house from somebody where he lives next door? That ruins like the landlord tenant relationship.
Confidentiality.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I don't know. I've never in my adult life never lived in like an apartment, and I've only rented one house and we got kicked out of it and then we bought a house. It's like, so I don't know. Can your landlord just come into your house whenever they want?
So typically they always write something in the lease, like they can come do an inspection.
Yeah.
But I think that they give, if I remember right, they give like 24 hours notice or something.
And they can just come in, walk around your house and check whatever.
I think that you have to be there.
Oh.
I had one landlord that like I wasn't prepared for this because my renting history was so bad when I was a shitbag that I would always have to lie. So like I'm surprised I never called you and said, "Hey, I need you to be my landlord." But I rented this house and this was the guy that I thought was like, oh, fuck, man, this one's going to be a breeze, man. He's a fucking farmer. I ain't going to have to worry about shit. He won't even know how to use a computer to check my references or anything. He was the biggest hard ass
Really?
as far as all my landlords that I've ever had.
Wow.
And I've had as many landlords as I've had bosses, and you know what my work history is like.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, he when we were going through the exercise of applying to live in the house,
Uh-huh.
he called me. He's like, I really like you, because I was really good at bullshitting people to
Sure.
get them to think that I was a decent person.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, the last step is for me to come over, and I'd just like to see how you guys keep your house now.
Oh.
I'm like, what?
Did you live in your car at the time?
No, we were leaving the house that I had burnt the garage.
Oh no.
I'm like, this guy wants to fucking come over and look around. And like, what if the current landlord comes over who's pissed off that I burned his fucking garage?
And he lives right next door. Oh no.
Oh, he did. And that fucking farmer came over to the house and walked through every room, looked in the closets, everything.
What the fuck? Wow. So the main thing that, like, I don't know what the word is, but like, so you would move basically every 2 years or every year, or I mean, to have that many landlords, you're moving every couple years, right?
Yeah.
So there's a thought in my head, like maybe someday I might move out of this house. And the first thing is like, no, I'm just going to live here forever. I don't want to move. Moving is fucking terrible. And to do it every year or every other year, it would just, I would hate that.
Yeah, but you pay your bills.
So you're saying I'm not forced to move every 2 years.
Not every one of them was my choice. Like, I mean, there's also a reason why I always had a different car.
Oh shit. Oh, man, that's so crazy.
It's like, so you only knew me after I had a long-term job.
Sure.
You didn't know me the 35 years leading up to that point.
So what changed with that particular job at that particular time to make you say, okay, growing up now, this is it?
Well, I was going to say the money, but you know how close I was to losing that job because I was drinking all the time.
Uh-huh.
The only reason I didn't lose that job is because I got the salary position. Otherwise, I was on my way out the door there too.
Jesus Christ.
I'm an alcoholic. What the fuck do you want from me, you dickhead?
Nothing. I'm just trying to pick your brain. I don't want anything from you.
Well, you're judging me and I don't like it.
I'm not. I was trying to find out what it was that triggered you to do better or want to do better. How is that judging you? That's a good thing. It just took you a little longer than most. I was just curious how it happened. That's all. Not judging too much.
Fuck you. Judgmental prick.
I mean,
You think you're better than me?
Kind of, but you know.
You don't even know what it's like to be evicted, you pussy.
I do. I've been evicted once.
Yeah, but you were like 17. You've never been evicted as a man.
I was 18 and they sat outside of our house and watched us for like 3 days. It was weird. Or sat outside of their house, I guess. We had like 6 people living in the house or whatever. They're like, you can't have these people living here. Like, they don't live here. They're just staying the night. They staked out the house and watched to see who was coming and going.
So it was like the same cycle over and over again for me. Like I would get a new job. Okay, so I'd get fired for either fighting, drinking, or missing work.
Sure.
It was always one of those 3 things.
Sure.
And then it would be like, I don't know, a month or 2 months of just solid drinking. And then I would run out of money. And it's like, fuck, I got to get another fucking job. God damn it. So I'd get a job. And then it would be like, okay, Now at that same time, at that time when I was getting a job, I was already so far behind on all my bills. It was like, all right, we got to make sure we get all this shit out of the car because
They're coming to take it.
at some point they're going to find it.
Uh-huh.
So then it would like start car shopping while I still have that other car because,
Oh,
you know, like
God.
I can't be without a vehicle because I have to
course.
have a job.
Right. Of course.
And then it's time to start looking for a place to live and then start a new job, get a place to live, get a new car, feel good about myself,
Uh-huh.
go to Rent-A-Center, get a new living room set.
I don't know that anybody's ever said that. Feel good about myself. Go to Rent-A-Center. Do those two things go together at all?
And depending on how good the job paid, I may just skip Rent-A-Center and go right to Aaron's
Awesome.
because they got the good furniture.
Uh-huh. Of course. Oh, Jesus.
Like all this was back like, fuck. Oh, like America Online was still going on. You still
Oh, wow.
had phone modems and shit.
Sure. Wow. So how close were you to, or did you like actually live in your car?
I did several times. Well, how many nights in a row do you have to sleep in your car? Because
To be
I
living
may-
in your car?
yeah, I may not have an address, but I always had places to sleep.
So I'm saying if you don't have an address for like a week, and it's not because of like I sold this house, bought this house, rented this, like there's a time gap in there. But if it's just because you legitimately can't get a place to live for like a week or whatever, I would say you lived in your car.
Yeah, but so like had I known you 15 years earlier,
Yeah.
like I would have showed up at your house. Hey man, can I crash here tonight? And then I would leave when you told me that I couldn't stay there no more. And then that night I would sleep in my car until I showed up someplace else. I'm like, hey man, can I sleep here tonight? And I would stay there until you told me to leave.
Wow.
So I may have slept in my car, but I don't know that I ever considered myself living in a car because I always had someplace else to go.
Gotcha.
And then I would cycle back around to you eventually.
Sucker. so
I would, and I have done this. I would come into your house, drink all your alcohol,
uh-huh.
eat your food, not do my dishes. Your wife would get pissed off, then I would get kicked out, and then
But why though?
because
Why-
how many times do I have to tell you that I was a shitbag? Like I don't say that like to be funny. I was a shitty person.
So I'm assuming some of it changed when you had kids, or started to change when you had kids. How do you think where do you think you'd be? How do you think your life would have turned out if you had no kids?
I'd be dead for
You
sure.
think so?
Oh, definitely.
Just drank yourself to death, or DUI, or not
Dead
DUI.
dead via DUI.
I didn't mean DUI. I meant like drunk driving accident.
He's dead under the influence.
Huh. What are the chances that you would have tried to fight a cop and got shot?
Oh, pretty high. I mean,
Really?
I mean, I don't know how I never got shot by that before.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah, look at me now.
Yeah. Look at you now. Yeah, hey, it's experience, right? It gave you a different perspective on life that I don't have, that we can talk about and I can try to understand.
So, okay. I'm going to tie this all up with a pretty red bow and then we're going to leave, I think.
Perfect.
So, in my job now,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to repeat something that I've said time and time again, but it's only to punctuate my point.
Sure.
So, I am currently in charge of $1 million projects and make $1 million decisions.
Sure.
Okay. I believe that the reason why I'm able to do that is because of all of my life experience. If you're smart enough to take an experience like anything, it is, regardless of how bad it is, and translate it into a current situation, at least even just a data point or a point from it, and and use that to make an educated decision,
Sure.
I think you have a leg up on your competition. And I think that everybody that got their life experience from college is a bunch of pussies.
All right. Let me ask you this question. This might be a stupid question. Why do you think it is that more people relate to you, our listeners, more people relate to you than they relate to me?
Because I am honest and you are guarded.
What the fuck are you talking about?
All right.
How in what way am I guarded? If anything, I think you're more guarded.
I literally just told a story about how big of a shitbag that I am. And
okay.
all you do is judge people based on them being a shitbag.
You don't think that after years of listening to this show, people come away with the idea that I'm a shitbag? Of course they do.
Yeah, but you're a shitbag because you shitbag on other shitbaggers, not because of the shitbag shit that you've done.
What? What does that even mean?
Like, I talk about things that people can relate.
Like drinking and fighting and pissing on yourself?
No, just making stupid decisions.
Okay.
The only stupid decision that you've ever talked about openly was when somebody invited you into a fivesome or whatever, and you chickened out and had somebody take you home.
Yeah, that was a stupid decision.
Other than that, you try to come off like you're better than everybody else.
That's not true at all. I don't try to come off like I'm better than everybody else. You think
Anthony,
that everything I say.
Hold on. I can further my point.
Okay, good.
Time and time again, you have said it's because I'm better than everybody else.
That's funny, isn't it? Is that tell me that's not funny when I say that?
I understand that it's funny, but you asked why people would think that, and it's because that's what you say.
Right. Because number one should be the funny, right? That's where this is supposed to go. That's funny.
Okay, it's fine. I don't judge you
for
judging
Christ.
other people.
So in your fucked up view of how things are,
hold on. You asked me a question.
Yes, I did. And the answer you gave is so beyond fucked up. Like in your mind, when you talk,
and now you're attacking me.
Yes, when you talk, you're speaking the truth. But when I talk, I'm just making shit up. Apparently, like you pretend like I don't ever say anything that's true, or I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying.
What town do you live in?
Right.
Where do you work at?
Right.
Right. So you refuse to open up to the audience.
What town do you live in?
New Bern, North Carolina.
Me too. That's where I live too. You're killing me.
Okay, I'll put the ball back in your court.
Okay.
Why do you think people relate to me better than they relate to you? What's your excuse?
I don't have an excuse. I don't know the answer. That's why I was asking you. I am not a relatable person. I understand that. I also don't understand. I don't always understand why.
Is it possible that I am just more of a likable fellow?
Yes.
Okay. Ask me the question again.
It is. No, it is that. That's what I said. The question is why.
No, you said that they relate to me better. And it's just because they like me more.
Okay, why?
Because they can relate to me.
Oh, that's not circular logic at all. Oh. Hey, it's not okay. I think you might have hit on something when somebody sends you a message. You're like, yay, message. And you like type a big long thing. I love talking to people. Right. And when somebody sends me
do you see what you just did there?
Yeah, I made fun of you because you're a douche.
Okay. I'm going to correct you a little bit.
Okay.
You know that sense of dread when you see like new message?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I get that same thing. but I still am very humbled by this whole experience. So if somebody takes the time to write me something, I'm going to try to take the time to write them something. And that's all it is.
Oh.
I want to say thank you for supporting us, specifically the patrons or anybody that sends us something, anything, because it's something that they didn't have to do, and I appreciate it. Whereas
so
you feel entitled.
Now here you go. Now where you turn this all around on me, where you're the good guy and I'm the bad guy. Right. Now, how do I feel?
Entitled.
Right. Perfect. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, so just so I'm clear, you can make up a backstory about what my response is when I open up a new message, but I can't do the same. Is that correct?
Yeah, mine's right. I mean, mine is more believable than yours.
Nope.
Yes,
I promise you it's not.
You pick up the, oh, this is awesome. I'm so excited. I got a message from a listener. Yay. Can't wait to respond. Yay. And then you type out a big long thing and I get a message and I'm like, fuck, God. Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know why people can't relate to you more.
I know. I can't help it. Dude, you pretend like I'm not being honest and I'm giving you honesty right now. Right?
But you giving me honesty right now is you saying, I don't know why. Yeah, I do believe without 100% I believe that is 100% accurate.
What?
You being honest is when you say, I don't know.
Touche. I think that's been a theme running through this whole thing is you're the likable guy and I'm not the likable guy. And I think that we both sort of play into that, sort of, maybe a little bit. But
yeah, you just keep telling yourself that.
No, I do. Because it's true.
You're playing the part of the non-likable co-host?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You're fucking killing it.
Oh shit.
Because I believe that if people really got to know you, they would like you less than what they do right now.
Yeah, probably. And the problem is that's fine. It starts with me not replying to your messages. Maybe that should be a hint. Right? I mean, there are people who I reply to and talk to and whatever. And it's like, I don't understand. And I'm being serious. I don't understand how somebody can have a conversation with 50 different people or 10 different people or 15 different people every day. And I don't have who has time for that. I don't have time mentally to do that. I am way too dumb of a person to do that.
It's not that you don't have time. It's
Yes.
that you don't have the brain capacity.
That's what I just said. I
You
don't
said
have
you
the
don't-
I don't have the time mentally to do that. Same thing.
No. It's not the same thing. Admit it. You're fucking stupid.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, dum-dum. I'm saying.
Why am I the one that's dumb if you're the one that's saying it? You don't have enough time.
Because you can't understand what I'm saying. I'm literally saying
got it.
very
Check.
simply. I don't have the brain capacity to have conversations with 10 different people and have anything meaningful to say to 10 different people. I don't. It makes zero sense to me.
That's because you're dumb. And you call me dumb?
Yes.
Like you don't have to have like a back and forth every 3 minutes or something with somebody. Like when you sit down to take a shit, you do that 4 times a day? Write a
12.
fucking message. Don't just stay off your fucking Reddit and your synthesizers and your spoon music bullshit. And just take some time to connect with the audience.
No. So I don't have the time to do the things that I want to do now, and you want me to take?
Oh, bullshit! Bullshit! Yeah, okay. One, dickhead. Let's fucking roll this whole thing. Let's unpack all of this.
Okay, unpack all of it.
You've been working 12-hour days now for what? 2 weeks?
like 3 weeks, I think. Yeah.
Okay,
Something
3
like
weeks. You've been ignoring our audience for 6 years.
that. Yeah.
You can't keep saying I don't have the time to do what I want
Right. Why not?
because you've only been doing it for 3 weeks.
Doing what for 3?
Working 12-hour days.
So you think I have what? No. I have less time now. I had no time before. Now I have less.
No, you just used your time before poorly. Now you don't have any time.
It's my time. I can use it however the fuck I want.
Okay, then just say it what it is. Don't say you don't have enough time. Say that you don't want to dedicate your time to it. You would rather dedicate your time to watching reruns of a show that you've seen countless times than take a half hour out of your day to write back to an audience, to listeners.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Then it's not that there's not enough time, because there would never be enough time.
There never is enough. I don't understand what you're saying.
You're trying to make this everybody else's problem, like they're expecting you to not spend time with your kids and spend all your time.
No. How? You are oh my God, you are an impossible person. You go from pretend like nobody's listening and just talk to me to now we're talking to everybody else when it's convenient for you.
Yes.
You
What the fuck? Duh, you dumb fucker.
You are an impossible person to have a conversation with. Everything is, oh my God, you are impossible.
You just keep saying I'm impossible.
Yes.
Oh, I never looked at it like that.
You wouldn't, would you?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to the audience?
Talking to you. Oh, shit.
We got to go record our flabbies.
All right. Bye.
Hey,
What?
guess what? We didn't even talk about the thing that we weren't supposed to talk about. And now I think we can have full disclosure. Now we're talking to each other in front of the audience. Okay.
Okay.
We came into this episode after having a very semi-heated phone conversation the night prior.
Uh-huh.
And we weren't entirely sure when we hit record if we were going to record another episode after this.
Uh-huh.
I think it's safe to say that we're going to carry on. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. It was fun.
Right. It was supposed to be.
Yeah. I get to make an ass out of myself and it's fun. Why not?
All right. So we'll see you again next week.
Hey, we'll see you next week.
Bye, gang.